We'll be learning order of operations in this lesson. In mathematics, you're introduced to more complicated operations. And operations are done with the symbols multiplication and division, addition, subtraction. These are two of the binary operations that exist. And you've learned how to solve problems when you do one of these, you subtract or add, or you may have learned some order of operations in pre-algebra, but we're going to review that concept here. So these are some of the binary operations. There's also exponent operations, where you'll have a base and an exponent and a power. So base, exponent, and power. You'll need to understand these because when you see PEMDAS, you'll need to know what an exponent is. Okay, so now we've seen these. There's another thing that you're going to need to learn, and that is parentheses. You'll often see an expression in parentheses, okay? Or alternatively, you may see it in brackets. For this lesson, they will be equivalent. So these are some of the operations. Now let's talk about PEMDAS. PEMDAS. This capital. PEMDAS. PEMDAS stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. And PEMDAS is a mnemonic which is used to help you remember what order should you do operations in. And don't worry, you won't have to. You may need to say this mnemonic in its entirety when you first learn it, just to remember, what am I supposed to do next? But over time, it'll become second nature to you. It'll be like reading. You'll know which steps to take naturally. So this is PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So now an important note first of all, when you see this, what it means is that your very first step is, if you see an equation with parentheses, this is step 1. And if you see an exponent, this would be your step 2. But they're almost, so like, let's say, for example, and this is going to be a little advanced, but let's say 2 plus 3 squared. When you see this in a bracket raised to an exponent, you need to perform the operation within the bracket first, okay? So it's a little bit of an advanced example, but so this is your parentheses. You have your exponents, right? You have your exponents. All right, then you have multiplication and division. Multiplication and division, and you have your addition and your subtraction. Now, an important note about this is that these two go together. Addition, subtraction, and multiplication and division go together, and they go left to right. Left to right. Okay, left to right. Left to right. For both of these, left to right. Okay, same way, left to right. So it's important that addition and subtraction, you do left to right. Multiplication and division, you do left to right. So again, step one is always your parentheses. Step two is your exponents. Then we get into that tiered level of multiplication and division and addition and subtraction. And that's performed left to right. All right, let's move on to some worked examples now. Let me put up an operation here. We're going to put 11 minus 3 multiplied by 2. And we're also going to, and I'm going to repeat that. 11 minus 3 multiplied by 2 equals. Slide over just a little bit. Okay. So, when you see this problem, you may approach it two ways. And I'm going to show you the right way and I'm going to show you the wrong way. You may say 11 minus 6, and another person may say 8 times 2. Think about what the right approach is. Which one is the right one? Is it the one in orange or is it the one in green? Okay, so let's think about this. We know that we need to follow PEMDAS, parentheses. We don't have any parentheses, so we don't need to worry about it. Then we're looking for exponents, no exponents. Okay, the next level in PEMDAS is multiplication and division. All right, so let's see here. Multiplication. This is our multiplication. So we needed to complete the multiplication before any subtraction. So our correct answer is going to be this one over here. Over here, they did the subtraction before they did the multiplication. Here, the first operation they did was 3 times 2 to get 11 minus 6. So this would lead to an incorrect answer. All right. So that's one example of how PEMDAS and how order of operations must occur. It's very important that you conduct your order of operations in the proper order, and it's very, very easy to make a mistake when you're first learning order of operations. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put on a few examples here, and I want you to feel free to pause the video and try them for yourself. I'm going to post a few quick fire examples that I'm going to work through with you all, and then I will leave you with a few problems to solve on your own. And let's do the same orange color down here once more. 2 plus 3 to the second power multiplied by 2. Actually, we are going to put that, you're going to move down a little bit, and we're going to keep it orange. and we are going to make it 2 plus 3 squared multiplied by 2. Okay, so go ahead and take a chance to do it if you'd like. If not, get ready for the rapid fire answers. All right, so parentheses first, we have 7 multiplied by 3. Okay, since we did the parentheses, we can go ahead and multiply. 7 times 3 is 21. Switching colors. Okay, we have division and we have multiplication. Okay, PEMDAS, that's a tiered layer of multiplication division, so we must do it left to right. We could do division and multiplication in any order. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, multiplied by 4 is 16. Just to prove we could do that the other way, let's do 2 times 4 is 8. Sorry. To prove that we could not do it in any order, we're going to do 8 divided by 2, which is, 2 times 4, which is 8, which leaves us with 8 divided by 8, which equals 1. All right, so don't lose sight of this. Now, that may have been more confusing than anything. This is the wrong answer. You have to do it left to right. All right, moving on to the final one. We have addition, exponent, and multiplication. So first step is always the exponent, the first step after parentheses is exponents. So that becomes 9 times 2 and 2 plus 9. All right, what's next? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication. So this becomes 18. We have 2 plus 18, and our final answer is 20. So what I'm doing in these intermediate steps is simplifying. I'm doing it in the orders that I need to. All right, so that's it for the quick fire example. The last thing I'm going to do is post up a few questions for you to do on your own so that you can practice this. 6 plus 2 times 5, that's 1. Okay, we have 8 plus 4 divided by 2. 10 minus 2 squared. And let's also put up here, let's try 12 divided by 3 times 4. That should give you a nice challenge. Okay, those are for you to do. I know you can get the right answer, so I'm not going to show them to you. See you next time.